have to admit that I have never really thought of myself as a sort of fan of the Roland filter. And I know it's super popular, and I recognize why it's super popular. It is really cool. But I have to say, like, I work with so many synthesizers that, especially modern synthesizers, so I tend to have low expectations for filter tone. But I have to say that I really like the tone of this filter. And I know a lot of you like it with the resonance super up, which we'll get to. But just as a filter, just its tone without resonance is really, really nice. So let's listen to it, and I'll shut up about it. Let's hear it with a square wave. It just has a real, honest-to-goodness warmth to it. And I guess I wouldn't typically say Roland has really warm, vintage Rolands have really warm filters, but I don't know, this is just really speaking to me. It's really quite beautiful. And vintage sounding, which is great for something as late as this. I've been guilty of saying that the SH-101 is too stable to sound vintage, which I stand by, but at the same time, there is a tone to this filter which is really pleasing. Okay, enough of my self-indulgent stuff. Here's what the filter sounds like. Okay. 24 decibel per octave, so like when we're down near the bottom, the filter is closed and you can't hear anything. Okay, let's listen to it with the resonance up about a quarter of the way. Now, it may be the calibration on this particular synthesizer. I have no idea. You know, these are pretty old by now. But even at a setting of a quarter, we're already getting the resonance effect, which isn't true for a number of synthesizers. Usually it's a little more subtle at a quarter. So let's go to a half. That is really nice sounding. Okay, let's go up to the edge of self-oscillation. So you can totally hear now we're really getting into that Roland filter sound. And then, of course, there's self-oscillation. So yeah, you're getting definitely the Roland filter sound here, and this is one of the reasons why this synthesizer is so popular, is because of that obvious sound. Okay, so let us I can't, yeah, you can't help it. It is really a cool filter sound. I feel like I'm having like an apology or a conversion moment here, but yeah, I mean, it really is. That's a great sound. Okay, so we have the ability to modulate the VCF in 3 different ways. First, I mean, within the VCF section, let's listen to the envelope. It's nice that you have an ADSR envelope, so you can, do the things that an ADSR envelope can do here. Yeah, that's really cool. Oh, you can really hear the harmonics. Yeah, that is really cool. Oh, getting a little loud there. Let's turn it down a bit. That is a great sounding filter, I have to say. Very nice. Okay, so got kind of caught up on the envelope there. I can't help it. There's a lot you can do with it, and it all sounds good. So now we have the ability to modulate the filter cutoff point with the modulation, the modulator. And of course, you have random sample and hold, so you have to do things like this. Which sounds awesome. And keep in mind, you can also modulate the filter with noise, which is a really cool thing to be able to do. Because you can mess it up just enough to give it some crunch. Or you can just make it sizzle all crazy. So yes, you have a lot of LFO waveforms which allow you to do some really cool things with this great sounding filter. Let us not forget the famous keyboard functionality. Which keyboard really works best when you have a wider, more keyboard notes. Well said, Mark. Very good. The more octaves you have available, the more the keyboard effect can be noted. But of course, the keyboard affects the filter cutoff point based on the voltages coming from the keyboard. So typically, the filter is darker on the low end and brighter on the high end. So you can kind of hear that going on. Let's also keep in mind that the keyboard effect allows us to play the self-oscillation with resonance. I recently heard someone in an interview say something about how, the sine wave of the Roland SH-101 can't be beat, which I thought was kind of a stupid thing to say. But I was also like, hey, dude, there is no sine wave on the SH-101. But then I realized that, yes, there is, if you actually play the self-oscillation of the filter. So there's your deep sine wave that you can get. And you can mix it, of course, with the other waveforms, but then you'll have to tune it. Which is another great sound. You know, it's really, there's a lot of diversity that can come from a simple synthesizer like this. But yes, there is the filter for the Roland SH-101.